Croatia's main attractions include historic towns and an unspoiled environment. Zagreb, the country's dynamic capital, is home to some of the top museums, galleries, restaurants, and shopping. Along the coast, centuries-old harbor towns are brimming with Venetian-era stone sculptures and structures, and endless pebble beaches provide activities like scuba diving, water skiing, and windsurfing. In today's video, let's explore the top 10 places to visit in Croatia. Number 10. Korcula. Korcula, the main village on the same named island in South Dalmatia, is nestled snugly on a short peninsula. Its car-free stone alleyways are laid out in a herringbone pattern to provide shelter from the prevailing winds, and it is protected by medieval walls and towers. Korcula was created during the Venetian administration of the island and is full with centuries-old aristocratic stone houses. The Marco Polo house, claimed to be the home of the legendary 13th century explorer, is a must-see while seeing a performance of the Moresca sword dance, a traditional dance done for tourists just outside the town walls on summer evenings, is another. Number 9. Mljet National Park. The island of Mljet, western portion, has been declared as a national park. It is centered on two linked, blue saltwater lakes, one of which contains an islet drop by the 12th century Benedictine monastery, which may be visited by taxi boat. The park, which is popular with nature enthusiasts, provides a variety of activities, including exploring the various routes that winds through the wood. There's also a 9-kilometer track that circles the lake's perimeter, perfect for strolling or mountain riding. Swimming and hobbies such as kayaking are also popular in the region. Number 8. Zlatni Rat Beach. The stunning Zlatni Rat Beach has to be Croatia's most photographed beach. This peculiar landform, known as a spit, is made up of tiny pebbles and extends 500 meters perpendicular to the coast at Bol on the south coast of Brac. It moves and changes shape from season to season depending on local winds and currents. It is lined with loungers and umbrellas in the summer, with a cluster of pine trees providing shade and overlooking the rocky heights of Vidova Gora mountain. The sea is warm enough to swim from June through September, and some individuals even manage to extend the bathing season to May and October. Number 7. Zadar's Romanesque churches. Zadar is a car-free city. Old Town is situated on a narrow peninsula that juts out onto the Dalmatian coast of Croatia. Its top tourist attractions are its many fine Romanesque churches, most of which were built between the 9th and 13th centuries and are filled with superbly preserved religious paintings and ornate golden treasures. It is said to be the country's oldest continuously inhabited city. It can trace its roots back to the Stone Age, and its top tourist attractions are its many fine Romanesque churches, most of which were built between the 9th and 13th centuries and are filled with superbly preserved religious paintings and ornate golden treasures. Check see the Cathedral of Anastasia and the Church of Saint Chrysogonus, both from the 12th century, as well as the 9th century pre-Romanesque Church of Saint Donatus, the 11th century Church of Saint Mary, and the Cathedral of Anastasia and the Church of Saint Chrysogonus. Number 6. Kornati National Park. The Kornati archipelago, which covers an area of 320 square kilometers and is 35 kilometers long and 13 kilometers broad, is made up of 89 tiny and large islets. The islets are largely deserted, rocky, and barren with little productive soil. However, there are a few extremely modest stone homes strewn here and there. Local fishermen and shepherds originally erected them as one-room shelters, but they are now frequently used as holiday getaways or seasonal seafood eateries. Private sailing boats are the best way to see this wonderful, gorgeous coastline region, and the nearest charter base is Grad na Moru. Number 5. Zagreb's Gornji Grad. The historic Gornji Grad, upper town, quarter of Zagreb, Croatia's capital, is the primary tourist attraction. The cathedral, with its neo-Gothic facade, twin steeples and treasury, which houses a large collection of religious art and artifacts. The Croatian parliament, Hrvatski Sabor, the church of St. Mark, with its famous colored tiled roof, and the 13th century tower of Mljet, which you can climb for fantastic views of the city and surrounding area, are all popular tourist attractions. And don't miss the Museum of Broken Relationships, which is a crowd favorite. Number 4. Plitvice Lakes National Park. Plitvice Lakes National Park, Nacionalni Park Plitvika Djereća, is Croatia's most popular interior destination, with steep wooded slopes around 16 emerald blue lakes linked by a series of roaring waterfalls. The park, the country's first national park, is crisscrossed by a network of pathways and wooden bridges, and the admission fee includes boat trips across the lakes. The park is a sanctuary for wild animals, including wolves and bears, though they are shy, so you are unlikely to encounter them, as well as owls, eagles, and falcons, thanks to the rich, pure nature. Number 3. Hvar Town. Many people come to Croatia to see the beautiful Dalmatian islands, the most popular of which is Hvar. Some of the country's greatest hotels and seafood restaurants may be found in the fashionable city of Hvar. Its car-free old town is made up of a vast main plaza overlooking a 16th century cathedral, a beautiful fishing harbor, and a hilltop fortification dating back to the years spent under Venetian authority. Yachters and celebrities, as well as tourists who come to enjoy the beaches and water sports, flock to Hvar. It is accessible via boat from Split. Number 2. Diocletian Palace. Split, Croatia's second largest city, was founded within the old Roman walls of the massive Diocletian Palace. It was erected by Roman Emperor Diocletian, who retired here in AD 305, and overlooks the Adriatic Sea. The palace features 4 enormous gates, 3 accessible from the land, and 1 that once opened directly into the sea. It is square in design and actually housed the emperor's personal guard, the splendid peristyle, an arcaded courtyard, and the Cathedral of St. Dominus with its superb bell tower are among the sites within the fortifications. Number 1. Dubrovnik. The gorgeous old town portion of Dubrovnik, Croatia's most renowned tourist attraction and the UNESCO World Heritage Site, is protected inside solid medieval defensive walls. A stroll around these solid ancient ramparts, which include fortifications, turrets, and cannons along the route, should be the first stop on any first-time sightseeing tour of the city. You'll almost certainly approach the old town through the famed Pile Gate, one of the city's most spectacular buildings, which was completed in 1537. Amazing views over the old town roofs and out into the shimmering Adriatic Sea may be had from high on the walls. Croatia is a country that gives the sense and vibe of a mythical land. A trip to this peaceful country is highly recommended. Give a like to this video and let us know in the comments which place you found the most interesting. Press that subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed, and stay tuned for our next video. Until then, take care.